The historic Bluestone pub at Clarkefield, 40 kilometres north of Melbourne, has been haunted for as long as locals can remember. The hotel was built in 1856, and the famous Cobb & Co. coach company used it as a staging post to the goldfields. There's a legend that a young girl was murdered in the building and thrown down a well near the stables. And apart from seeing ghosts, those who live at the hotel seem to suffer from unexplained fits of violence. The upper story walls are peppered with shotgun pellets, and fists have been smashed through doors by owners and staff who were later driven out in fear. The past 3 generations of hotel owners all insist that Clarkefield Hotel is inhabited by some unexplained force. One example is former licensee Frank Nelson, who scoffed at the idea of ghosts when he took over the hotel in March 1984.
So how long were you in the hotel before anything happened?
3 days. 3 days we were there. And,
what happened?
well, we'd been working, trying to meet a few customers. Only the wife and I there, no staff on. And we'd worked, 3 till 1 o'clock in the morning, and went upstairs and hopped into bed. And I suppose it was about 2 o'clock. I heard, bottles rattling and glasses being moved, and I thought, oh, well, some of the locals, you've just taken the hotel over, and a lot of country pubs, the locals walk in and out when they feel like it. And so I went to go down to investigate, and got about halfway down the stairs and heard a bit more noise, and I thought, sounds like more than one. I think I better grab something. I felt a real cold draft of wind, like, walking into an air conditioner. It just sort of blew me back a bit. Something picked me up and tried to throw me over the banister. I had both hands on the banister, and it just seemed to disappear. Didn't feel any pain, but when I went to get up, my foot was sort of twisted back around. When I went to the hospital, they said it was impossible for me just to fall downstairs, that I would have had to fall from a height, because it was shattered in 3 places, and I had to have 3 steel pins inserted.
How long were you in crutches?
Some crutches for 7 months.
Are you absolutely convinced that some supernatural force was the cause for that?
Well, to start off with, I didn't think it was. And, I didn't want to go to the hospital and say the ghost or something was throwing me down the stairs. It was the things that happened to me later on that convinced me that there was something there. The thing that frightened me the most, I used to have my name called out at night, and this had happened 2 or 3 times a week. And I'd get out of bed and think, someone wants to buy some beer after hours or something like that, There'd just be no one there. And then one particular night, I was in bed in the room on my own, and the door opened, and the presence of something was there, and the next thing, I had my leg in plaster, and a hand came on my leg and started twisting it, and I grabbed hold of the crutches that were beside the bed, and I was, get away, and...
Was the room in darkness?
It was in darkness. Anyway, I got up and I put the light on, and the door had shut again, so I put the deadlock on it, hopped back into bed, and the door opened, and that was it. I just lay there going hot and cold.
The current cook is Graham Fairley. 3 of his predecessors were affected by ghosts. 2 became violent and had to be taken away by police. The other eventually fled the building in terror. Graham doesn't think he'll last much longer either.
I tell you, if you look out here now, you'll see it's a nice country style living, country scene. It looks really nice at this stage, at this time of the day. But at night time, if you come up here, you just happen to be looking out here, I don't know what it is. It's maybe that well, there's a well down there, there's that tree there, but you get a very cold feeling. It just comes really chilling, blood chilling, and it comes all over your body, and you just can't stand it any longer. You just say, I can't explain why it is.
Do you look through that window anymore?
Not after the first 3 times, no. No more.
Have you ever seen anything as you look out there?
Yes. Actually, one night, the second night I was here, I was looking out and I was looking at that tree, and it's quite a nice tree, But all of a sudden, it was this face of a man, a person, was like peering at me out of the tree. And I looked, and I thought, oh, that must be the light or some, I don't know what, I can't explain it. So I looked again and had a close look. And no matter which way the tree was blowing, that face stood still. All the branches were blowing, and but that face stood stock still, staring at me.
What effect did that have on you?
Well, that's it. I just closed it. That's why I'm leaving, to be honest, you know. I mean, that's just incredible. I have experienced a mist early in the morning in the kitchen. You walk down, there's no mist anywhere. You go into the kitchen, it's just full of mist, like a fog. Since I've been here 3 times, I've seen all the animals just go berserk at night. The whole lot of them, from the rabbits to the dogs, the donkeys, the goats, the ducks, they'll just all go berserk, crazy. We run around in the paddock out there, just unbelievable. And one night I got the manager, I said, Steve, we better go down and check this out, thinking it might have been a fox or something like that. We went down there was nothing there, and they were still going all berserk, just all running around in circles. Incredible.
There is some force there. Whatever it is, I couldn't explain it, you know. It's something that, you know, really gets to you after a while. You're starting to look over your shoulder when you walk upstairs at night.
I hope you're in good spirits after your visit to Clarkefield Hotel. Unfortunately, that was another case in which people got hurt. In haunts like that, 2 factors seem to be involved. The first is in the building, and in only 13% of cases does exorcism clear that. In another 13%, it makes things worse. The second factor is the personality of the observers, and personality is very difficult to change. So perhaps the most practical thing that you can do is to move out of the haunted building. But our next ghost is much more attractive. In fact, she's my favourite in this series, and I'm sure you'll like her too. She's a sexy young lady in a red bikini who haunts a modern house in Adelaide. As the story develops, ask yourself what meaning she could have for the man who is the one person at a crowded party who could see her. She's a ghost whose symbolic qualities exceed even her considerable ghostly attractions.